quick recap from yesterday. It was a fantastic day. We had some really interesting presentations from the various people who are involved in the National Digital Twin Programme, but also some presentations from those who want to be involved in the National Digital Twin Programme. Because it's not about the chosen few or the limited people who are part of that clique. Everybody can get involved in some way. All you've got to do is imagine how your world, how your information can connect to that big circuit board into the big box of boring, and how your world could receive that information and then come out and use it to make good decisions for your business or for your communities or whatever that might be. So don't be shy in coming forward. I think we had a really good day, good amount of information. And if you missed any of that, don't forget it's online. Okay, and we'll be on the website for a good many months to come. So I'm going to hand you over to Stuart to start off day 2. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Ian. Excellent. Okay, so for those that were here yesterday, thanks for attending for the second day. We've got a lot of content to get through today. We've got 2 panel sessions. I haven't seen all the speakers yet for today, but hopefully they'll come in at the right time. All the decks are landed, and hopefully they land as well. Anyway, so yesterday, as Ian said, we had a lot of content, a lot of interest in getting involved. If you haven't approached anybody yet, please come and do that. So I want to just give an introduction to me, but before I do, I'm just going to advance one slide. It was Colin. Colin unfortunately can't come today. Colin Everson from BAM. Colin said to me in a conversation, he said, "Have you seen what chat AI can do?" And I said, "No," and he showed me. And this is the result. He said, "Just put it in and see if you can get a bio of yourself." Now, I've distilled a little bit of that because, as Ian will say, there was over a page, and about 85% of it was correct. Some of it was superfluous and made up, but I was amazed. Anyway, I got 30 years in the industry, mainly designing, building, and would you believe, maintaining some of the assets that I was involved in early on, and mainly lineal infrastructure, but some buildings and a few other things. But there's one thing about it is I have this passion about making a difference in the industry, and technology has contributed right back from the early days of when I was told to go out of an office and come up with a plan and include some ROI and some real benefits that could actually make a difference on the project. And I did that, and I've never looked back. I got involved in COMIT. I'd like to say day dot, but it was actually day dot minus 100 days, because the person that set this up actually worked in a research team on a fairly large project with me. That person was a designer, and there was a lot of ideas pushed around, and eventually, ultimately COMIT was formed, and here we all are. So yeah, AI, chat AI, have a look at that. So the room Wi-Fi is a 5G connection, and that's provided courtesy of EMS. I know it's spelt differently, but that's how it was. That's how it was set up. So please tune into that. Has anybody got onto that? Yeah, okay, great. I also want to mention, before I hand over to Victoria, a couple of other things as well. The housekeeping Victoria will do. But our newest members, we've got Innate in the room. Guys, give us a wave. We've got Twin View. Where's Richard? There's Richard. We've got Nifty Lift. Where's Tom? Tom? Hi, Tom. And we've got Machine Max. Hi, guys. Thank you very much for coming, and thank you for getting involved in COMIT. Bit about COMIT. Those that weren't here yesterday, what do? Well, productivity improvements is what we do. We promote innovation, best practice, and we facilitate understanding and networking. We have demonstration projects. We'll talk to you about those in a few minutes, or some of them anyway. Lots of like-minded organisations. We do it with members. We hold meetings. We have conferences such as this one. We also do a few other things. Podcasts. I've done some podcasts with a few people that are in the audience. I have plans to do a lot more. If you're interested in doing a podcast with me, reach out, because the list is growing and it's growing fast. Projects. There's 2 projects, and you'll hear about two of those after I've finished, or after Victoria's handed over. 5G and safety. I see a few of the presenters in the room, but not all of them yet. And 5 other, there's actually 6 other projects, but I'm going to give a mention to drones, because Commit to Drones was a project and is now an entity in its own right. Where's Tony? Where's Tony? There he is. There he is. Talk to Tony about drones. Tony's been heading that up for, what, 3 years, 4 years now, Tony? And it took off. Literally, it took off, didn't it, Tony? It really did take off. A lot of interest generated, and Tony's mixing it with the good and the great. Some of the projects in there, you want to talk about digital twins, Ian's your man, and any of the other projects, come and approach me. I've got 1 minute left, okay. Community days, we've got 2 community days coming up. The first one we've got is the 21st of September, and that's at Oracle's research centre in Reading. There is a sign up on the website for that, and there's another one on the 30th of November at IFS in Staines. That's about it, really. Networking. Thank you very much to our sponsors and supporters for today. What makes Commit unique? As Ian said yesterday, this was a quote from an EPC. The events are very informative. Decisions are made here to real-world solutions with real-world people, you guys, for real-world problems. Have a look at the website and follow us for the rest of the day. So, I'm now going to introduce Victoria on my left. Victoria is a digital transformation consultant with the business advisory services at the Cohesive Group. Victoria's passionate about making a difference in the industry, a bit like me, a bit like all of us. And Victoria's experienced in digital transformation and asset information with specialist technical knowledge of strategies for whole life information management. So, Victoria, I'm going to hand over to you, and then I'm going to sit down.
Thanks very much, Stuart. So thank you very much, everyone, for being here. Appreciate all your attendance, especially due to the rail strike yesterday. I think everyone's having a bit of difficulty this morning still. So quick ground rules for today. We don't have a fire alarm scheduled, so if an alarm does go off, please exit towards the back of the room and then out to the front. We are going to try and keep as prompt as possible. So all speakers, we do have, as Stuart's just kind of demonstrated, we do have some time cards at the back, which Max is nicely holding up for us. We will keep you to time. We do have a jam-packed schedule this morning and this afternoon, actually. So we're going to have Q&A sessions after all the speakers have spoken. So please hold your questions until the very end. And then panelists are going to come up and we're going to have a very detailed discussion, followed with a couple of breaks and things. Okay, so